Hello everyone and welcome to another video. If you're new here, hello, hi, welcome, I'm Arwen or Starry Razor and welcome to my travel sketchbook tour. This is my second sketchbook for traveling. I will be getting another one next year if I go away, because that's also a question in mind. I have a video of me making this actual cover and I put sellotape to see how well it holds. To be fair, it had held very well. There is a bit of like imperfections around, but I think that's just the beauty of art anyway, and only in sketchbook. But yeah, let's get into this. I will warn you, the dates are completely mixed up in some pieces, but it's from the 18th of July to the 1st of August, so keep that in mind. 2 weeks off on a cruise. That's where we went to all these places. So we were basically picked up at Southampton, that's close to London. It's in England. Obviously it took me and my family 2 hours to get there because we're from Wales, so it was an extra bit of a long journey for us. So we went from Wales to Southampton, and then when we got to Southampton, then we went straight to Cadiz in Spain, Barcelona, and then Toulon, Pisa/Florence, but this was the actual port we went to. I'm not going to pronounce it because I feel like I'm going to butcher it really badly, so that I don't get it wrong, I'm going to just pronounce the words I can actually say. Then we went to Rome, but the actual harbour we went to was this one. And then we went to Corsica in France. And then we went back to Southampton, that's near London area. And for the first page, which when we got there basically, so we travelled, we was up at 5 o'clock in the morning because we were travelling from Wales to go to Southampton, and it took us about 2 hours. And then we got on a cruise around 10ish to 11ish, so it was still on like in the 18th of July. And this is the page I came up with when we found a sun lounger. So I drew some flowers with pen. By the way, all these sketches are done with pen, and at the end is watercolor because I had to limit my supplies because obviously I didn't want to bring too much and find that I wasn't going to draw at all. But obviously I did do a lot of drawing because I filled the sketchbook. But yeah, all these are done with pen, so basically no pencil, only one drawing had a bit of pencil, but I tried not to use pencil and just go with the flow basically. I was trying to go for a semi-real design. So there's gonna be a lot of semi-real type of people type of thing in this, and I actually used these drawings to make a video on Instagram and YouTube for Did I Accidentally Draw You?
So high, feet on the ground, but I still get by. Rules remain.
Let me know if I did, if anyone is kind of inspired by you, or if you think you look kind of like a character. Obviously these are my type of style, and I'm just experimenting with a new style basically. This is a semi-realism, or like a semi type of character, like with cartoonish vibe, like involved, like it's in between the cartoonish and realism, and that's kind of like, it's not really semi-realism, but it's around that sort of bracket, I guess. I don't know, I haven't really thought about that. But this was a drawing I did. He does actually look like someone I know in real life, and it kind of scared me. I think what threw me off a bit was the freckles. I don't really like the freckles, but other than that, I really like this drawing. And then here is a little like collage of random stuff. If you didn't know, I'm a Welsh speaker, so some other notes, or I do put notes on my pages to just interact with myself basically. I don't know, it's just the way how my brain goes when I'm making art. So I had a drink and I took a photo of the cocktail and I drew the captain's cocktail. and then I did some random doodles here, and then this basically says, if you can't speak Welsh, that I'm not sure about this drawing, but I like the colours of this drawing. And that's all basically. This is just a fun, just put everything, all your ideas down type of page. Here then is a bit of a mix up because the dates are completely different, because I drew the first two on the 18th and then this one on the 20th, so this is very different. I drew this because on the 20th, FIFA obviously World Cup was playing out throughout July and I think a bit June, I don't know. But obviously at the end Spain actually won, so I just did a little drawing and then just did a little side note that Spain won. And I do think this guy should be a new OC. Like, I really like this drawing a lot. So I'm definitely going to make him an OC, but I don't have a name for him, so let me know any name suggestions you have for this guy. Let me know, because I really think I want him as an OC, but I'll try seeing how I can draw him again, and if I can draw him in my actual main style. And if you don't know what my actual main style is, it looks like this. So this is my sketchbook and this is my style. It's kind of like I keep different type of noses, but everything else is pretty similar, except for the lips obviously. So I have been a bit rusty lately for drawings back in this book, because look how rusty these are. I have to teach myself again how to do anatomy because I completely forgot. So yeah, we're not starting off very strong in my actual sketchbook at the moment. This drawing was supposed to be a plane because it was next to the airport, but I messed up the plane, so the plane looks very weird because I messed it up. But apart from that, all this looks okay. I really like the colours on these. This page then, I don't really like very much. She reminds me a bit of Margaret, who is my OC, because of the bunches type of thing. But generally I don't know how I feel about this. Again, this was just a doodle because I just was doodling, but this was on the 28th of July. Because I started wanting to draw, basically this is where all my semi-realism came from. So basically I asked my sister to pose for me. So my sister posed for me, thank you. And then when she posed for me, I drew it, and I really like this type of style I drew it in. And my sister was like, oh, you should try drawing in more of a, like, that type of style. So I was like, oh yeah, maybe I should try that. So this is what inspired, like, this type of style. So yeah. But obviously my normal style isn't really that, but obviously it's good to experiment with different styles and different techniques. This is my mother. Because I liked my sister's, the sketch I did on my sister so much, I wanted to draw my mother, but this rocked my boat a lot because of the teeth specifically, and I just don't know if I like it that much. So it's not, I don't like this page this much. Then I drew a random girl. This was actually the second drawing I did before the others. So this was the other one. After I drew my sister, I drew this one because I was like, had a bit of a conflict. I was basically for my art, and my sister was like, oh, that's pretty good, because normally my sister just tells me that she doesn't like my art. So because of that, I kind of was like, okay, you know what, let's like just do a bit more of like a semi-ish realist, cartoonish design basically. And I do really like this drawing. She reminds me of the character from School Bus Graveyard. I think it's Ashlyn. I have to look it up, but she reminds me of the main character from the School Bus Graveyard webtoon that you can read. Yeah, I really like this drawing anyway. I don't think at the time I was thinking about that, but when I finished drawing her, I was like, wow, she looks a bit like that character from that School Bus Graveyard. But also, you guys can name her because maybe she could be a new OC. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. This guy is definitely going to be a new OC. This is Damien, and I always wanted a Damien in my series, like in my, out of all my OCs, I like the name Damien a lot, so I really wanted a Damien in my series, so this is what I kind of came up with. He looks a bit like Noda, who is my actual OC. But he also looks a lot like, if you didn't know, I have like an old Sims 4 channel. I used to post on it. I don't post on it anymore because I have fallen out of love with The Sims 4 at the moment. I play it now and then, but not like as much as I used to. But he looks like my old Sims 4 character called Josh Powell. I will show you a photo on the video of how he looks, and he looks pretty similar to him, but he also looked like how I picture Noda looking if Noda was like in a more semi-real look. But this is Damien, and hopefully he's gonna be a new OC, maybe. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. Here's another drawing of a guy, because I was like, okay, we need to draw more guys, because I have a lot of male OCs. I don't have many female OCs, but like when it comes to drawing just random things, I always draw females because they're just more fun to draw, and I always struggle with males. So this is Casper. He's not going to be a new OC or anything, he's just a fun character. And just to make it easy, I just always want to look for names and everything. But yeah, this is Casper. He's not my favourite drawing. Here is another drawing. He also looks like a guy I know in real life. And I really thought it was really cool to draw like a background with him. I also added tattoos because I never give my characters tattoos. The only character I know who has a tattoo is Kokonoi, but I haven't drawn Kokonoi, so you guys don't really know who he is. There's actually a load of OCs that you don't actually know. And I am actually now deciding, because a few people was like, oh yeah, you should draw a massive canvas full of your OCs. So I might do that. It's just planning and how to do that basically, and how to present them all, because all my characters have little groups. They're all in their own groups. They're all very cliquey with different people. So it's just how to do that basically, and how to draw them on a massive canvas. So I am preparing myself for that. I might have to like see what I can do. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, this is a fun little drawing I did. Another person, my sister named her Abby, and I think she looks really cool. I tried drawing Pearsons because I never draw Pearsons. So I tried to also add in moles as well, and little freckles maybe. I think these are moles more, because most of my characters don't actually have moles. I think Semi does. I think Semi's the only one who has moles out of my OCs. And Semi actually has moles for this. So I wanted to experiment more with like moles and different looks and stuff, or like if I had to change my style, how would I draw people? So, you know, I was just trying to experiment with how, like, just experimenting, just having fun. On the 19th of July then I did this. It's just a fun, boring doodle. That's like all it is. On the 19th of July then, after that page, I did this. And I think she's going to be a good OC. I kind of want to make her into an OC. Like, her name's Kayla, because my sister named her Kayla. And she gives me like very Hawaii type of vibes with the flower, and I really like her. She also looks a bit like a Sims 4 character I have already, but generally I think she's really gorgeous, and I kind of want her as an OC. So I think I have about 5 characters I kind of want to have as a new OC. We'll see. Here then is another character who is called Uma. I was, I don't really have a reason why. Ooh, it's a bit too low, isn't it? I don't really have like a reason why I call her Uma, but she looks really cool. I was experimenting with different colors because obviously I've been thinking about maybe dyeing my hair. I don't know, because I don't have the money at the moment, but maybe in the future I might have like a purple type of color. I don't know, my hair is like really dark, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Okay, The 24th of July we went to Toulon, which is in France, and basically Toulon was just an area full of like navy because it's very navy dominated. So I tried to sketch as quickly as possible like the navy boats, and then I also did like the houses behind. This was just a fun quick sketch, not like anything to just take your time on, because we had places to go, we had places to see. And on the 20th, so we're going back basically, of July, we was going past Portugal, still at sea, and this is my OC Bella. She's not actually my OC, she's my Sims 4 character, sorry. She's not an OC, she's a Sims 4 character that I made. And this is Bella. And she's another, like, I love Bella a lot. Unfortunately, I don't make videos anymore on my Sims 4. But she's definitely her and Josh, who will show you both a picture of them, are my favourites. I was going to draw Alice, who's also a Sims 4 character, Alice Powell, but I didn't, so I only did 2 Sims 4 characters, I think, and then, well, she was the main Sims 4 character, and then there's another one, so, yeah. Then is another drawing. She's very pretty with the flowers. June 24th, and we was watching Top Gun. I think this was the same day. Yeah, it was the same day we was in Toulon, so obviously because we went past like all the navy boats, I was like, let's watch Top Gun, because I've never watched it before, because for some reason when I first watched it I just didn't get it at all, and then the second time I watched it I was like, okay, this is better. I get it. So, well, I get it kind of, basically. Here then is another sketch. She looks more like Margaret actually, but she also looks like Lisa, who's also my OCs. She might be a new character, maybe. I'm still debating because she looks so similar to Lisa and Margaret that I'm like, maybe we won't put her as a new OC because I don't want my OCs looking the same. And if I have so many OCs that I do, they will start looking the same, so I have to be careful of that. Then is just a random other doodle page. This was supposed to be a shark. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. My sister even like questioned what the heck is that, but I don't even know myself, so we're just gonna ignore it basically. And then obviously I tried drawing a person, but I don't really like this that much. I like the eye and the flowers. This part, just don't look at it basically. Then on the 28th, so this is the day we was gonna go home. I think it was about, yeah, we was on the way home from like our last destination that we went to. And she also looks like a character from my Sims 4 series, which is Marley Lowe. I will also show you a photo of her. And I think she's so gorgeous. I don't know if I should make her an OC as well. There's a lot of OC potentials in this book, okay? I really like some of these characters. But she looks really cool. And she might be OC worthy. Maybe. Let me know. Just another doodle. Cause I had in mind of a video for YouTube. I was like, oh, does any of these characters, like, have I accidentally drawn you? Basically, that type of video, because I've been seeing them a lot on my page. I was like, okay, what if I draw someone with like a bobbed hair? She looks a lot like Snow White with the bobbed hair, and she's very pretty actually. I really like this drawing. But obviously, because like my normal characters I have will have like long hair, or like, I was trying to just draw a variety basically. So yeah, these were just like little sketches that I did just randomly. Here then I tried drawing a cap. I don't know if I drawn it like good, like does it look okay, because these are like the first sketches I did and I don't think they look like caps. I was a bit in a hit or miss, but I don't think I like this drawing at all, so very disappointing. But I don't think he's not gonna be an OC. I'm not even gonna draw this. I think it's because the eyes feel so far apart. Because I'm not using a pencil, my guidelines are gonna be very over the place because I'm just going with the flow and I was just using a pen. So And because I was on holiday, I was like, ugh, we're not actually drawing anything that is going to be fun or good. So, yeah, that's all I can say. Another drawing. You guys can name her as well. She's not going to be another OC, but you guys can like throw me different names if you want. For her and like obviously the other characters that I have. And on the 1st of August, we was going home. We was actually in the car when I was doing this, and we were stuck in traffic because the for some reason Bristol area, when you drive past Bristol, is always busy, so you're always stuck in traffic because for some reason, like, I don't know why it's always that area, but for some reason Bristol is always very busy, especially when I come home all the time. Like when we go to England, it's not very often anymore, but we used to go a lot, and I swear that was like where the main traffic was. So obviously, because we were stuck in traffic halfway down on the M4, I had to draw. So I did this drawing. She is very gorgeous. I don't know, maybe I have her as an OC. I don't know, maybe it's a hit or miss. But she's really pretty, and I'll definitely want to draw her again if I do her in my simpler style. But I really like drawing them in realism. I think that was really fun. But the thing that I found really annoying was my noses started to look the same. Like in every drawing, the nose looked the same. And obviously, I kind of wanted to try not to do that, but obviously I ended up doing that. So that then is another just sketch. I don't really like this one. I think I messed up with the face, and obviously just in general I just don't like this one. I tried drawing glasses because if you don't know, I never draw glasses because they're just the most annoyingest thing to draw. So yeah, I tried drawing glasses for the first time because normally my old glasses just look awful. So, but I don't know if they turned out as well as I want. I like the hair, but that is it basically. Another drawing here, and I use pencil because the hair, made the eyebrows a bit too bushy using my pen because I was just colouring it and it was too dark, and I was like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. So I had to go through then to make everything else blend into it. So yeah, I don't know if I like this drawing. It feels a bit boring, to be fair. All my drawings felt like they was just looking the same, so I was starting to be like, and I think as well the noses didn't help because I was just kind of doing the same technique and I didn't really know how to draw the noses better. This is Rio. He's actually a Sims 4 character. I'll put it on the screen. I don't like this piece either. Very sad, but I just don't like it, so yeah, not a very good one. This is the last person character. I like this, and I think she might be a new OC as well. So I think there's about six OCs in this book that I really want to have as the actual new OCs. So let me know also for a name for her because she is so gorgeous. Like, I really like this drawing as well. I do think there's about 6 OCs, as I said, in this book that I want to make as OCs. We shall see though, because I already have like a little bit of OCs I actually really love and care for, whilst I feel like if I make these into OCs, they won't be as loved as care for because they're a bit more detailed. There's not much detail going on, but like it's a different type of style, and obviously I like this style, but I also want to go back to my old style because it's just faster, I think, and also I feel like it'd be just likable. Like, I don't know, okay, I'm trying to figure everything out. But yeah, I really like this character a lot. She's very pretty. Okay, here are the watercolors. So this is a fountain in Cadiz that I drew. Cadiz in Spain. Very pretty. I really like using watercolor just for fast details and stuff. This is really pretty. This was Talon. This I think this might have been with Navy stays, like with the Navy soldiers. Are they soldiers or are they Marines? I don't know, because I'm not really interested in like the Navy side of the military. I'm interested in like actual military, like the army basically side. So I have to do some more research probably if I wanted to know more information. But yeah, this is Toulon, and I did the clock tower because that was like the main, I think that was the main like standout area for me personally, was the boats and also the clock tower. I thought the clock tower looked really cool. There's other drawings I wanted to do as well for Toulon and Barcelona, but the angles that my mum took the photos of just made me get scared because the angles looked very scary, so I did not attempt. Our final page here is the view I had when we was having dinner. So basically the sun was setting for the first time because normally we didn't get to see the sun setting. When the sun was setting, it was so gorgeous, and guess what, we saw another boat, so it was perfect. And I'll show you a photo of all three of these as well next to. But I thought this was really fun. Is the end of my book. Hope you liked these sketches that I did for 2 weeks. I know it's not like, it didn't look that much, but you know, at least I was drawing. So yeah, this book is going to be on the shelf now, so we can say goodbye to this book and you can say hello to this bad boy that I have been struggling with at the moment, but at the moment I do really like these 2 pages. This is what I just got at the moment. I need to colour this one, and this is Mindo and Tora. I would explain more lore on those, and then these are just little stuff I glued in from the cruise. And then obviously now I'm just going to try finding a way to get back my style back, and just trying to figure out how to get my brain to start working again, because for some reason it's just not working anymore. Enjoyed watching, and thank you all so much for your support. If you want to see how I drew this cover, it's on my channel as well, and also this is on my channel as well. So thank you all so much for your support. Welcome to subscribe if you like this type of content, and I'll see you all in another video. Goodbye for now.